Hello and welcome back to Process of Elimination. My name is Baby Dennis, and last time we basically got down to the nitty-gritty of the case. We found out how both Workaholic and Renegade died, Workaholic being beat by Renegade, who then set him up in that area to be electrocuted when the time comes, and Renegade, who essentially got his head essentially severed from his body with the elevator, and then his body exploded because of the detonation condition, which involved Workaholic dying. So it was kind of like a mutual destruction kind of thing. But it seems like there's actually more to this than we think. Renegade died smiling, and we're like, huh, why is that? And we're thinking that we actually get a denouement with Ideal disappearing too. It seems like the world still is destined to go to ruin, and we have to do something to solve it. So once we get back, we're like, okay, we're gonna continue finding out who is the Courting Duke, and we're gonna stop him. We all agree until we get a message from the DA saying, you gotta stop investigating. We're like, what? And we're like, oh my god, we're really tired. Thanks, Gourmet, for giving us this soup. And we get knocked out. Gourmet saying, for the greater good. And that's where we are now. We've just gotten knocked out by Gourmet, and I don't really understand. I feel like the game is trying to make us think that she might be the Courting Duke or something, but I think it's more like she's following the DA's orders, and now we have to essentially stop investigating. But yeah, let's head into it. Okay, we're still here. Day 10, morning. I awake with my head in agony. Seems I kneeled over and passed out on the sofa, my arms still numb and asleep. Whoa. With a start, I immediately recall what just happened prior. But she's not gonna. Oh! Okay, no, she is here. Gourmet is seated on the sofa opposite me, wearing her usual gentle smile. Huh. Maybe that's. She doesn't really seem aggressive. She just put us to sleep. Maybe she's. I mean, we have been through a lot too, but maybe she just wanted us to have some mandatory rest. Because Watto, especially Watto, had like no break, no downtime. He's just been constantly using his denouement in the fight against Renegade. He had to solve the mystery and everything. But I believe when I looked at the save file, it actually said this chapter was called The Truth Behind Gourmet or something. Or yeah, so we're gonna find out a lot about Gourmet here. So that was one thing I kind of considered. I think of all the people in our group, the one we've really bonded least with was Gourmet, because her character so far has essentially been tied to Rowdy's, but we haven't really had that big of a moment for her. It was still substantial, but it wasn't. We didn't really get enough of knowing her personally. I feel like this is gonna be the part where we do. The other detectives gradually come to, probably thanks to all my yelling. Where's my sandwich? Yare yare daze.
少女は寝ぼけ眼をこすりつつ言った。僕はどうして居眠りを
His chest?
胸になんだか違和感が。
Did Dolfo like land on you when he fell asleep?
これって機動探偵がつけてた首輪なんじゃ。
Oh crap! She KO'd us to put the collars on us.
正解よ、飛脚ちゃん。察しが良くてお姉さん嬉しいわ。
Holy crap! What are you doing? Following suit, I inspect my own chest and find a device similar to Renegade's clamped onto me. Unlike the one Renegade had on Posh, this particular device seems much harder to remove.
下道ちゃんがたくさん持っていた予備を少しもらってね。みんなが眠っている間に首輪をつけさせてもらったの。
That's so evil. What are you doing?
無能ちゃんのデバイスを拝借してコマンドも発信したから、あと2人分のコマンドで爆発する状態よ。
どうしてこんなことを。もしかしてあなたが八つ咲き校だったんですか。
I don't think that's it.
それに何のつもりか知りませんけど、いくら首輪を取り付けたって残り2人分のコマンドは発信できないのですし、無意味じゃありませんこと。
She could do the same thing as Workaholic and then issue a command on hers and then die?
権限を有する監視者とやらはもう無能さんただ一人。理想探偵のデバイスは彼女の遺体とともに回収できていませんし、社畜さんのデバイスも感電の際に故障しておりましたわよね。
I forgot about the observer part.
コマンドが発信できなくてはただのお飾り。何の脅しにもなりませんわ。
それが意味はあるのよ。だって本当は、下道ちゃんへのコマンドを送った監視者は理想ちゃんではなくて、私だもの。
It wasn't Ideal who issued a command to Renegade. It was me. I blurted out in spite of myself. It's true. We had just assumed that Holmes was an observer, but never found any evidence proving that. To think that Gore may have been one all along. At that moment, the device on my chest beeps, as if to mock my revelation.
初めて聞いたでしょ？今のが首輪がコマンドを受信した音よ。これで私がコマンドの発信権限を持つ監視者だってことがよくわかったわよね。あと一人分のコマンドでみんなドッカーン。私の心臓が止まってコマンドが発信されれば全員おしまいね。どうして美食さんがこんなことを？
あなたが監視者だということは、社畜さんと同じく探偵同盟の幹部クラスということですよね。もしかして、これは探偵同盟本部からの指示なのですか？
I think it's this. Yeah, I don't think she's according to... I think she's just following HQ.
探偵同盟本部が、そんなバカなこと。
科学ちゃんは察しがいいわね。その通りよ。そう。私は理想ちゃんや社畜ちゃんと同じく、探偵同盟の運営に関わる立場。いわば、今回の八崎港事件対策会議の取りまとめ役なの。役割は簡単。みんなの中に溶け込んで、怪しい人物がいたら正体を探り、必要となれば拘束する。まあ、社畜ちゃんのように殺せとまでは言われてなかったけれどね。
She did seem like she was definitely one of the more experienced ones, but I didn't think she was that high up. But I do believe she is like ranked number 7, which, no, Mystic was ranked number 7. She's 8? No, 9. She is really up there.
取りまとめ役。どうして、そんなことを。僕らの中に安崎子がいると疑っていたんですか？
ええ、その通りよ。私たち一部を除いた探偵は、みんな特別な能力を有していて、かつ、機密警察が実験を行っていた時代に、10歳未満だった子たち。
I don't think that's true, actually. So, Wato's 17, so that applies. But the thing is, isn't like Posh like 20? 21, so she would not apply in this case. She would not be under 10 years old. But she was referring to Dolful, who has the power of Danger Magnet, Techie, who's just, really smart with engineering, and Bookworm, who has the perfect memory, a photographic memory. But the thing about these two is that they literally would have been age 1 and 2 respectively. I don't think they really conducted experiments on these two. That wouldn't really make sense. So it'd be narrowed down to essentially doleful and incompetent. And I feel like in that case, it's not us. We already kind of know. That only leaves doleful to be the quartering Duke. I mean, there are a few things I was suspicious about for doleful, but like, we don't really have enough evidence. I think the major thing is just Dolful's age, ability, and, well, the fact that he just kind of pushed the elevator button. I thought that was a little bit rash, especially for someone who is able to essentially sense death. If they were the one pushing the button, they would have known that, pushing that button would have resulted in something dangerous happening, especially since it's an explosion.
過去の捜査データから考えると、この島へ訪れた探偵たちの中に、八崎港がいることはまず間違いないそうよ。
なぜ、探偵同盟内に八崎港がいるとわかるんですか？と。
いい質問ね。それは、八崎港事件の被害者が出た地域は漏れなく、過去に探偵同盟のメンバーが派遣された地域だったからよ。
Every one of the victims had previously investigated by the VA. Huh. So they were all on file, so that's why she was suspicious. Huh, I did not expect her to be like some kind of special agent. That is kind of mind-blowing, I'm not gonna lie.
まあ、 該当の地域に派遣されたメンバーには共通項もなくて、八崎港本人につながる鍵は未だにゼロなんだけどね。
どうしてそんな大切なことを今まで黙っていたんですか？
混乱を生まないためよ。決め手にならない曖昧な情報は余計な混乱しか生まないでしょ？自分たちの中に裏切り者どころか八崎港本人がいるかもしれないとわかれば、混乱は必至だからね。
Yeah, that's true.
最初に思わぬ事件に遭遇して、このメンバーの中に八崎港がいるとバレかけた際は肝を冷やしたわ。理想ちゃんがうまくフォローしてくれたおかげで助かったけれどね。
Her mouth flaps aren't moving anymore. They're kind of inconsistent. Oh no, it's because I proceeded. That's true enough. We've already been jumping at our own shadows. Had we started pointing fingers, our teamwork would have crumbled. Which is exactly why Saika suggested that the Duke could have still been lurking in the manor.
事情はわかりました。それで結局、この首輪は何なんですか？
This does, at the very least, ensure that she won't be killed by the Duke unless the Duke wants to commit suicide.
まさか本部の命令通り、救助が来るまでじっとしてろって命じるつもりですか？
安心して無能ちゃん。その逆よ。
逆？
本部の命令なんて無視するわ。救助が来るまで残り1日。私たちで八崎港を見つけ出すの。
So, I thought it would have been the opposite. I thought it would have been like, no, yeah, we're gonna wait until HQ arrives because I am part of like some special investigation group or something, some kind of higher up. But no, she's actually like, I'm forcing everyone to do what you want to do, Watto, even though everyone was technically on board. But this way, we're forcing the Korean Duke to follow our instructions because if they might not if we don't do this.
もし見つけられなかったら、全員道連れ。たとえ死んでも、八崎港をこの島から出したりしないわ。
Wow. Wow. That's really smart, but holy crap, that was quite a big step.
道連れって。
自身の命を絶ってでも、首輪を爆発させるつもりなのでしょう。見損ないましたよ。なぜこのような短絡的行動に出たんですか？
For the greater good. That way, if at the cost of the lives of 6 detectives could prevent significantly a large amount of murders later on, I think she's like thinking that it'll be worth it.
私たちは、どうせ逃げも隠れもしません。脅しなどせず、普通に事情を話せばよいではありませんか。と、少女は怒りをあらわにする。
ごめんね、文学ちゃん。だけど、それだけでは足りないと思うの。
Is forced cooperation.
あなたが教えてくれたのよ、無能ちゃん。
僕が教えた？何のことですか？
一度決めたら迷わない覚悟。私は、ヤマトちゃんを失ったあの時から、何をしてでも八崎港を殺すって決めていたの。
Oh man. Oh man, look at her eyes. Oh god. Whenever they don't have like the highlight on their eyes, it means that they're really kind of going crazy. Or really out of it. Oh, so yeah, losing Rowdy actually had a huge effect on her. She was able to maintain like, you know, the happy, cheerful expression just to be able to help everyone move on. But inside, she's actually something's clicked inside her, and now she's like, no, I gotta do this. I gotta avenge Rowdy. Gourmet cracks a smile, even colder than ice. The lights left her eyes. As her mouth curls upward, she seems almost crazed.
実はね、地下の研究棟を訪れた後の最初の夜に、社畜ちゃんから探偵デバイスで連絡が入ったの。首輪にコマンドを発信してくれってね。
Underground research facility, so like day 8 and 9, I believe.
私はすぐさまお願いを聞いたわ。下道ちゃんが八崎港である可能性は十分に考えられるし、何よりヤマトちゃんを死に追いやった張本人だからね。
She was ready to kill.
ああ、 ちなみに亡くなった社畜ちゃんがボロボロだったのは、私が少し痛めつけたせいでもあるの。やっぱり、実行犯も懲らしめておかないとね。
Oh, crap. Oh my god, she was the one who killed Workaholic. Oh god. Okay, maybe not killed, but at the very least, severely injured Workaholic. She admits these horrible facts like it's nothing. She always seems so serene. I'm shocked by the brutality lurking beneath the facade.
ヤマトさんは、こんなことを望みませんよ。どうしてここまで極端な行動に出るんですか？
ええ。わかってるわ。これは私の自己満足。八崎高候補に挙げられていなかった彼女のお願いを断りきれず、この島へ招いてしまった私自身の罪を少しでも償いたいだけ。
Oh wow, so both Rowdy and like Techie weren't part of the initial investigation.
だけど何より、明けぬ夜事件の再来を防ぐことが最大の目的よ。
明けぬ夜事件の再来を防ぐこと。そういえば下道探偵が、美食さんは明けぬ夜事件の被害者だって言っていましたね。それと何か関係があるんですか？
She would have been 17. I kind of forgot. I think she was a amateur wrestler or something, but during the Dayless Night, during a terror attack during the Dayless Night incident 13 years ago led her to being trapped under a collapsed building, and that was the hunger and starvation. So she was actually 14 at the time. Ugh. Man, Dayless Night really messed a lot of people up.
知っていたのね。ええ、その通りよ。あの悲劇は今でも忘れないわ。私は、明けぬ夜事件が起きた日、
Half a month?
奴らの引き起こした爆発テロの影響で、約半月もの間、瓦礫の中に閉じ込められたの。
Oh, damn, no wonder why she was starving. Did it say half a month specifically? Because if that was the case, I definitely understand why. Oh yeah, after 2 weeks fighting off starvation. Wow. I understand why she's, gourmet. She's like, oh, the hunger must have gotten to her so much.
血でもゴムでも鉄でも、何でも食べたおかげで生き残ることができたわ。でも、私と一緒に閉じ込められた人たちは、みんな亡くなったし、私も後遺症で、空腹感が一生消えない体になったの。
She remembers how bad that was and doesn't want it to repeat. So that is a believable sentiment, because she wasn't only just starved, but she was also subjected to witnessing everyone around her die.
もうあんな不幸を、美味しいものも食べられない子たちを増やしちゃいけない。悲劇を繰り返しちゃいけない。だから、八崎港はこの島から絶対に出しちゃいけないの。たとえ本部がどう言おうとも、私は八崎港を見つけ出すわ。
Wow.
あなたたちが何と言おうとも、協力してもらうわよ。
Wow, this went in a completely different direction than I thought. I thought she was gonna follow the DA, but no, she essentially said, screw the DA, I need to make sure this son of a bitch dies. And this is the way I can guarantee it. Even if we find them and we were able to oust them, sure, that's great. But if we don't, I have a way to make sure they never hurt anyone ever again. Gourmet dons a deadly serious expression, yet in spite of that, Posh approaches her, meekly, as I wonder what she means to do. Slap. Yep.
ビンタ!
Posh forcefully smacks Gourmet across the face.
今さら当たり前のことを言うんじゃありませんわよ。
家族ちゃん。
あなたに命令されずともね、私たちは全員命をかけて八崎港を見つけ出す覚悟でおりましたわ。それをわざわざこんな優雅でないアクセサリーまでつけて、余計なお世話でしたよ。
I mean, this literally happened after everyone was like, yeah, let's screw the rules. We're gonna investigate. And she's like, all right, I'm gonna make sure you guys all investigate. It was like, we were gonna do that anyways. That's Posh for you. We had all been cowed by Gourmet's intimidating aura, but now we can't help ourselves from laughing.
家族さんの言う通りです。僕も初めから 本部の命令など聞く気はないと言っていたじゃありませんか。美食さんの覚悟は伝わりました。時間までに何としてでも八つ咲き子を見つけ出しましょう。
美食さんの気持ちはわかるけど、まだ僕たちの中に八つ咲き子がいるとは限らないし、この首輪は危険だと思うな。
僕たち以外まだこの島に誰かいるってこと？
その可能性もあるし、もしかしたら死んだと思っていた人が生きている可能
Someone
性
we
だって考
thought
えられ
had
るよ
died
ね。
could still be alive. Let's see. So far, the victims have been Senior, Mystic, and then Shibuya was, there, but we never saw her dead body. We also have Rowdy, who we know is dead. So we also have Armor, who fell into the pit, but technically that red machine with him also survived. So we have that. We also have... No, I think everyone else is basically confirmed dead, because pretty sure Workaholic we confirmed is dead, and Renegade we confirmed is dead. So the two people we haven't really confirmed the death of are Shibuya, aka Downtown, and Armor, because we literally couldn't see the body. So I hope that... I mean, there's a chance that both of them are alive, there's a chance that one of them is alive, there's a chance that none of them are alive. I mean, Armor also got pierced, in the chest, so... It's also been, like 3 days, I think? So, to survive that, that's gonna be, hell of a something. We also saw Downtown get hit with a lot of poison, of her own volition. Maybe she had an antidote, maybe she had some kind of thing that could help her survive, because releasing that kind of poison without any kind of contingency would be extremely dangerous, though it seemed like she was ready to off herself. Oh no, hopefully someone's still alive.
相手はあの八つ咲き子だもの。何が起こっても不思議じゃないって考えるべきじゃないかな。
飛脚探偵の言う通り、あなたのこの行動はリスクが高すぎますよ。少女は呆れて探索してみせた。ですが、なんだかうさんくさかったあなたが本音を見せてくれたのは喜ばしいことです。最後まで諦めず捜査し続けましょう、美食探偵。
Yeah, I agree with bookworms.
少女は手を差し出す。
Yeah.
みんな
どうなることかと思いましたけど、みんな気持ちは一つのようですね。
Ooh, so now we have a very, very important mission to make sure that she doesn't die, because she does, we all dead.
美食さん、僕も協力します。あなたも他のみんなも死なせたりしません。だから教えてくれませんか？八つ咲き子に関するまだ僕らの知らない情報を。
そうね。みんなを騙し続けてきてごめんなさい。先ほども言った通り、八つ咲き子はこの対策会議に招集された中にいることはまず間違いないわ。性別は不明、顔は写真が残っていないし、整形の可能性も高いから手がかりはゼロ。事実、教育係を務めた社畜ちゃんでも下道ちゃん以外は分からなかったから、おそらく間違いないのでしょうね。
Oh, wait, is this about the invincible detective, or is it about the courting duke, or are they supposedly the same person?
わからないことばかりじゃありませんの。
Yeah, we didn't really get anything new from that actually, other than the person probably had cosmetic surgery.
まあまあ、だからこそこの対策会議が開かれたんでしょ。
無能ちゃんの言う通り、ろくな情報がないからこそ私も焦っているの。本部が捜査を中止した理由はわからないけれど、このまま何も捜査しないなんて認められないわ。こうしてみんなを脅してでも本気で調査しなくちゃいけないと思ったの。
手がかりなら見つけられるかもしれませんよ、と言って少女は外を指さした。
Can we finally go outside? Finally? Are there still the SPXs? I follow her pointer finger and finally come to a vital realization.
ヘリポートにいたはずの黒い SPX がいない。
Yes, we can leave. Kind of.
今なら外を調べることもできるのではありませんか。
その通りだよ。 ありがとう。さすがは文学さん。
ふふんと少女は誇らしげに胸を張った。
So proud. So prideful.
今なら外も明るいし、不意打ちを食らうこともなさそうだね。
僕も脅威の気配は感じないよ。今なら平気だと思う。
あれだけの巨体ですからすぐに気づけるでしょうけど、周囲にはよくよく注意を払いましょうね。
まずはどこへ行きますか？
はあ？聞くまでもないでしょう。
Posh lets out a sigh before continuing.
まずは
Manner?
理想探偵の遺体を回収することが最優先ですわ。レディーである彼女をいつまでも野ざらしはかわいそうですからね。
It's been 10 days. Or maybe 9 because I think that may have happened on day 2.
ほうけた顔をしてどうしましたの？
いや、なんというか、いつになっても優しいから驚いて。
I mean, we know how much she cared about Ideal as her rival.
あなたバカですけど意外と人情深い方なのですね。バカですけど
Baka desu kedo.
少女は最上級の称賛を家族探偵に送った。
You're a fool, says her highest praise.
ちょっとバカは呼ぶんでしょう、バカは。
It totally slipped my mind. Saika has been out there since she was dismembered. She's probably in a terrible state considering that it's been over a week, but I still want to give her a proper burial. Not out of professional obligation, but because she's my friend.
ありがとうございます、家族さん。僕も協力しますから、理想探偵の遺体を救助が来るまでどこかで保管できると嬉しいです。
そんなのお安いご用ですわ。さあ理想探偵の元へ参りますわよ。私についてきなさい。
With Posh at the forefront, we waste no time exiting the research facility.
最後に
Finally.
いい仲間と出会えたわね、サイカちゃん。
That shows that she was part of the upper echelon because she knows her true name.
暴走してごめんなさいね。でも必ずあなたの仇も取ってみせるわ。
I gotta say, one thing that I find kind of interesting is that basically our main group is still the same after the last case because the 2 people that died are essentially the 2 people that defected from our group. So even though, you know, 2 people died, our dynamic in our group has not changed at all. So I find that really interesting. 22 hours remain until our collars detonate.
久しぶりの青
Yes!
空、
Yes!
暖かい天の日差し、
Finally!
髪を撫でる涼しげなそよ風
Fresh air!
というすがすがしい心地でしょう。
家族さん、あまり大声を出すのは危ないかな。
And the XBS shows up and we're dead.
外に出るだけでテンションが上がるとか犬と変わりませんね。少女は呆れたようにため息をついた。
I don't know, man. I think 10 days without going out, especially since most of them were in dungeons or jails or something. I'm with Posh on this, man. Nevertheless, Posh takes the lead, laughing in high spirits as we walk out of the building. It's our first time outside in about a week. While Posh's behavior may seem over the top, I honestly feel like jumping for joy myself. I'm sure the others must feel the same. They've all got some much needed color on their faces compared to when we were in the facility.
よし。黒い SPX の気配はしないよ。また最初の頃みたいに洋館の周りをうろついているのかもしれないね。
よし。じゃあこの先の山道に向かってホームズさんの遺体を探そうか。
くんくん、この匂い。少し前に雨が降ったよね。
It rained. I wonder if that's gonna be relevant. So it's gonna get rid of a lot of smells as well as a lot of dirt and steps.
だからちょっと地面がぬかるんで感じるんですね。少しタイヤが空回り気味なので、車椅子を押してもらってもいいですか？
ええ、もちろんよ。お姉さんに任せて。
Gourmet pushes Techie's chair happily as they continue onward. Nice! I wondered what would become of our team, but it seems like the commotion with the collars earlier hasn't affected things too much.
でも、美食さんの覚悟は固い。救助が来て、捜査の猶予がなくなってしまったら、 僕らの胸の首輪を本当に爆破するはずだ。
Yeah, it said 22 hours before it detonates, and I was like, wait, I didn't think these collars had a timer. I'm like, oh no, that's when Gourmet is going to kill herself and kill us all with her.
それまでに、なんとかして八つ崎港の正体の手がかりを見つけないと。
We keep our eyes peeled as we head towards the mountain road, but to no avail. Before long, we arrive at the faithful path where we fought with the Black XPX. 1 week ago, in this very spot, Psycho was... Oh no! No!
大丈夫、無能くん。
Doleful supports me as I begin to stagger.
ありがとう、飛躍くん。覚悟はしていたけど、やっぱりこの場所に来るのはきついね。
I've also been stabbed by a renegade like so many times.
僕もあの夜の出来事を思うと胸が張り裂けそうになるよ。もう1週間が経つんだね。理想さんが黒い SPX に殺されてから。
Thinking back, all this turmoil really started with Saika's sudden demise, and now here we are 7 days later. Downtown's phantom killing, Workaholic's semi-sealed cell, Renegade's scheme in the maze, and the Paradox murders in the underground facility. That's 4 mysteries solved.
あの時は黒いメカが SPX という警備ロボットだってことも、機密警察のことも何も知らなかった。でも今の僕らなら、あの時には分からなかった謎も紐解けるはずだ。真相を暴いてみんなの仇を取ろう。
そうだね。
無能さん、妙ですわ。
Posh, who had gone off ahead, suddenly comes racing back with a fretful expression. Were they not able to find the body, or was it something else?
結婚らしきものは見つかったのですけど、肝心な理想探偵の死体がありませんの。
I mean, we saw her dead body as well as her ghost or spirit. I'm pretty sure she's gonna be dead, but like, in that case, is she not actually dead? I mean, I believe like, you're not dead unless we see a body, which is why I still have some a little bit of hope for Downtown and Armor, but like, I don't know, man. We saw her chopped up. Maybe she was chopped up in the same way that Watto was ages ago, but she wouldn't have any medical treatment. She was just out here.
ホームズさんの死体がない。
そんな血の跡は残ってるのにどうして。
腐臭の残りがもしないわ。おそらく雨が降る前か雨が降っている時に運ばれたのね。
That means she was taken off by an SPX, I mean, because like we were all confined into the building at that time, or after that time, because we couldn't let the Black SPX get us. But who would have gotten it? I thought we already pretty much confirmed that there was no external party. That's really wild, actually. I mean, is she alive? Did she walk out? I kind of refuse to believe that at this point. Even though I wouldn't mind if it was true.
全く見当たりません。おそらく血液が完全に乾いてから移動させたのだと思われます。それを考えると、僕らが洋館に閉じ込められてから3日以上は経過した後のはず。いや、雨も考慮すると、この1日か、長くても2日以内に運ばれたと考えていいでしょう。
誰が何の目的で。
We were all locked. That doesn't make any
理想探偵の
sense.
死は偽装だったという可能性はありませんか。
If that was the case, I'd be completely fine with it because I want to see Ideal again. Bookworm, who had been standing a fair distance back so as to avoid seeing the body, now comes striding towards me.
序盤に殺された人物が実は黒幕だったという点がミステリーでは珍しくありませんと少女はやや偏見混じりな自覚がある推理を口にする。
Getting visions of one of the Danganronpa games. I'm not gonna say which one, but yeah.
ちょっと文学さん、めったなことは言うものじゃありませんわよ。
私が見る限り、理想ちゃんは確かに死んでいたわ。匂いも確かに血液そのものだった。遠くからとはいえ、さすがに間違えないと思うわ。
僕もそう思います。 間違いなく理想探偵は全身を切り裂かれていました。あの負傷で生きていたとは考えにくいです。それに武装さんも死んだと証言してくれていましたしね。
I witnessed the moment she died with my own eyes. Her death was too intense, too vivid to question. There's no way I saw it wrong. It wasn't faked.
でも確かに遺体はなくなっている。
Okay, I thought Wata was gonna say more. Come on.
誰が何の目的で遺体を持ち去ったって言うんだ。
We searched the area around the bloodstains, but nothing sticks out. Though I've already figured out as much, it doesn't seem like the body is anywhere nearby. Our investigation has already hit a snag.
救助まで残り21時間。早急に理想ちゃんを運んだ犯人を見つけ出しましょう。
私たち以外に犯人がいるのでしたら、首輪で死ぬのは無駄死にじゃありませんこと。どうせ私たちは協力するのですから、外してくださいまし。
悪いけど、それはできないわ。確かに、私たちの中に八つ咲公はいないかもしれない。でも万が一いた場合、みすみす逃してしまうことになる。
She's like, I'll take those chances.
八つ咲公の正体を見つけられない限り、私はあなたたち全員と心中するつもりよ。みんなのことは大好きだけど、それだけは変えられない。
島から出た後にまた容疑を追及すればいいじゃないですか。僕らが容疑者なのは間違いありませんし、生き残りの中から犯人探しが始まるだけでしょう。
They could get away.
そううまくいかないのよ。今の私たちは結局、八つ咲公事件に関する手がかりを何も手に入れてないじゃない。わかることといえば、下道ちゃんが社畜ちゃんを殺してそのまま死んだことだけ。このままでは下道ちゃんが八つ咲公扱いされて終わりよ。
Oh yeah, that's true. The public or even the DA will think that Renegade is the courting Duke.
それはそれでいいんじゃないでしょうか。実際今までの事件を振り返ると、下道探偵が八つ咲公である可能性が一番高いと思います。他に疑わしい人もいませんし、下道探偵が黒幕だったという結論に話が進むのも仕方ないと思います。
Man, Gourmet's real like, alright, have you heard of and then there was none? There was none.
そう考えるのが一番説得力があるわ。世間的にも元殺人鬼が再び引き起こした事件として発表するのが最も綺麗でしょう。だからこそ起こりうるのよ。真実かどうか確定しないまま、下道探偵が八つ咲公だったという結論で終わらせてしまう可能性がね。
Yeah, fair.
何ですかそれ。確証を得ていないのにそんな展開になるなんておかしいでしょ。
いいえ、十分にあり得る話ですわね。この島で起きた事件の規模を考えれば、何もわからなかったでは済まないでしょう。
I'm thinking back on Downtown's words about how everything is connected, and specifically how she said that her friend died because of the courting Duke. I'm still kind of hung up on those words. So everything happened for a reason.
組織の体面を保つためにも、国に無駄な混乱を広げないためにも、仮初めの結論を出して事態の収束を図る可能性は十二分に考えられますわ。
そんな、それが探偵のやることですか？
探偵のやることなんだよ。無能くん、ピンカートン家の話でもわかるでしょ。探偵の仕事は表に出せない事情を含むことも少なくないからね。現実の探偵は物語の中の名探偵みたいにいつでも鮮やかに真相を解き明かせるとは限らないんだ。
でも。
Yesterday, I was shown a horrific vision of the courting Duke's future victims. A half-baked explanation won't be enough to stop him. In fact, he could take advantage of the DA's misinformation to cause further havoc unchecked. Gourmet's concern is definitely warranted.
要するに、救助までに八つ咲公事件の手がかりを見つけられなければ、真犯人は罪を逃れる公算が大きいというわけですね。と。
この首輪は、万が一にも八つ咲公を島から出さないための保険。美食さんは文字通り、死んでも八つ咲公を止めるつもりなのですね。
Willing to give all your lives.
ええ、その通りよ。恨んでくれていいわ。隙があれば私を出し抜けばいいし、できるものなら殺してくれたっていい。それでも私は、みんなを巻き込んででも、世界のために戦いたいの。死んでいったみんなのためにもね。
諦めるつもりなんて一切ありませんよ。
One of the cases that I'm kind of curious about, this is kind of random, but it's always kind of stuck with me since we're nearing the end of the game. But there was always that case of the vampire, right? That we kind of found out about, that Mystic was he was kind of investigating. And it says like, although, you know, they found the person, I think they got away. But I remember that Mystic's last words to like Ideal, or opposite. She said, "I'm sorry that we couldn't really get to the bottom of this case." And I'm wondering whether or not they're going to actually have this case circle back to the end of the plot, or if it's going to be left open-ended.
僕らで必ず八つ咲公の正体を暴いてみせましょう。
And come they will. There are only 21 hours left for us to uncover the truth. We need to find the Duke by any means necessary. To do that, there's one place we should start. Manor?
ホームズさんの死体がどこへ消えたかについて、もう少し捜査を続けてみよう。犯人は別に煙のように消えたわけじゃないんだ。この場所へと足を運んで、そのままどこかへ消えたはず。行き先の手がかりは必ず残っているはずなんだ。
At my behest, the others begin searching our surroundings once more. Whoever took Holmes' body is, beyond a doubt, our prime candidate for being the Duke. I zero in my senses, doing my best to take in the entire scene, not just the bloodstains. And then...
武装さん?
Armor is still alive?
どこですか？どこにいるんですか？
科学くんの隣だよ。見えないの？
何を非科学的なことを言ってるんですか？僕を怖がらせようたって、そうはいきませんよ。
I know ghosts are real.
いや、本当に。
自分の調査に戻らせていただきます。
He's like, damn, man, you're really going crazy. Bye. Techie puffs his cheeks ever so slightly in apparent annoyance, then returns to the area he'd been expecting prior. But even though he should be dead, Armor's still there, unmoving and unresponsive. What in the world is going on here? Suddenly, Armor approaches the bloodstains left by Saika and lifts only what I assume is her body from the ground. What I'm seeing, could it be?
この場所で過去に起きた出来事。
Oh, this isn't a denouement, it's one of those residual thoughts. I've only seen the future until now, so what am I supposed to make of this? No, wait, I've encountered residual thoughts at the crime scene before, and those gave me glimpses of the past. Maybe this is the same.
そういえばサイカちゃんが最後にエンドシーイングの本質を全て見る力だと。
That's what she referred to. So Armor took Saika's body. Huh, but when did this happen? Keep going.
場を振り返れっていうのはこういうことか。
I think we're going back to the manor. Are we gonna trace after everything actually? Are we gonna go to the manor, go to prison again, go all the way back to the maze, retrace all the steps? As I continue to focus my eyes, I notice something in the shadow of the tall grass. It's a footprint, which has now begun to dry. Judging by the size and shape, it's clearly Armor's. Maybe I saw it subconsciously, and my mind visualized how things played out? Okay, I was wondering that too. It's like, maybe he managed to find signs that Armor was here, and that's why he's able to have this kind of vision thing. Because otherwise, it wouldn't really make much sense. But I guess, yeah, that's exactly what happened, and now his mind is essentially putting the pieces together and giving him a vision of what happened. It's just like Sherlock Holmes' specialty, abductive reasoning. By reading traces of the past, I can infer what took place.
じゃあ本当に武装さんがサイカちゃんの遺体を。そもそもどうして彼が生きてここにいるんだろう。
Oh, I don't know Armor's age, actually. Actually, do we? We don't know his name or age. I'm pretty sure he's one of the people whose backstory we never got, which is why I was surprised that he got killed, because, well, we never really found enough about him. Is he the Quartering Duke? I have millions of questions, but mulling them over in my head won't get us anywhere. I gotta tell the others about my discovery.
みんな、こっちに来て。 足跡を見つけたよ。
Because I,
こ
you
の足
know
跡
what?
まだ着いてから時間があまり経ってい
It
ないよ
hasn't
うで
been
す
here
ね。
long.
どうしてここにだけ足跡が。
That means Armor survived the fall. Oh, okay. So if he survived the fall, that means he, like the same way the red machine did, that means he might have been able to get out of this place by taking the risk of going up the heliport, because we were afraid of the black SPX. Maybe he just did it and ended up being lucky and not encountering the black SPX. And you know, invincible and armor, you know, that kind of makes sense, you know.
おそらく雨でぬかるんだ影響じゃないかしら。きっと理想ちゃんの死体の元まで来て片付けるまでは雨が降っていなかったのよ。で、その結果雨で生まれたぬかるみに足を取られてしまったのだと思うわ。
ただでさえ2人分の重さで歩くんだから、ぬかるんだ地面なら足跡が残って当然ですね。
ではこの足跡の主の痕跡をたどりましょうか。
文学さん、この足跡の主が向かった先に心当たりでもあるの？
I mean, I feel like it's possible for Bookworm to maybe know who it is, because if she has photographic memory, she might be able to remember how everyone's foot or like step looked like.
あなたも気づいているのでしょう。この足跡のサイズ。理想探偵以外に考えられませんよ。と少女は少々嫌味っぽく言った。
Tone somewhat snide.
そうだよね。やっぱりわかるよね。
I thought Teki was gonna point it out. I was like, oh, that's why you said armor. I thought you were going crazy. That's Bookworm for you. I tried to avoid bringing up the fact myself, but it was plain as day to her.
武装探偵が足跡の主なら、
Yeah, the
地下迷宮から
helipad.
ヘリポートを利用して地上へと上がってきたと考えられます。
Ooh, and if they were on the surface, that means they could have actually taken action to kill Renegade because they were on that floor. But no, Renegade died smiling. I feel like if he saw it, I don't know.
ですから次に探索すべきは彼が利用したヘリポートと彼の通ってきた地下迷宮が妥当というわけです。と少女は言い切る。
武装さんが本当に？
Oh, I don't.
喜ばしいことではあるけど、問題はどうして生きているのか、それに何を思って地上に上がってきてこんな行動に出ているのかということね。
Armor is admittedly one of the last people I want to suspect, because I really liked Armor, but like, I feel like we got the clue a little bit too early, to be honest. I feel like it's gonna be a red herring, but like on the other hand, it's not like how Bookworm was like, oh, sometimes in detective fiction, the first person dead is actually the culprit, whether they set up the crime beforehand or if they fake their deaths. But another thing that kind of happens sometimes is the most incompetent person usually could end up being the most competent one. It's kind of like how Watto is, but like Armor, out of the ranked detectives other than us, was the lowest rank at rank number 32, I believe. But maybe he's the one setting all this up. Is that it? I thought. He did take Ideal's body, but it could also be for the same reason we did. He might have taken the body to bury them because they want them to have a proper burial. If they survived. Oh, I feel like this. I don't know. I'm gonna keep going. Gourmet asked what we all been wondering. If he managed to survive, the natural course of action would be to contact us and regroup. For what purpose is he acting so secretively? The only way to find out would be to ask him directly.
武装様どうして死体を移動させるような真似を？
本人に直接聞き出せばよいですわ。ともかくここで悩んでいても仕方がありません。さあ、私たちもヘリポートで地下へ向かいますわよ。武装さんの残した痕跡や彼の行き先の手がかりを見つけられるかもしれませんからね。
Alright, I thought we were gonna go to the mansion, but having some sort of direction is pretty good for us. We return once more to the heliport, following Pasha's orders. I make sure that we're all clustered in the center of the circular landing pad. I stand in front of the control panel, initiating the necessary operations. First, I release the lock, and then I just have to flip the switch to make it descend. It's so easy, I could do it in my sleep. The panel's kind of a ways from the platform, though, meaning I've got to book it once I'm done, so everyone doesn't go down without me. A bit nerve-wracking, to say the least.
待ってください、無能さん。どうやらこのヘリポートの操作は探偵デバイスからでもできるみたいですよ。
Man, this D-pad has amazing battery. Holy crap.
それは良かった。ちょっと危ないからドキドキしたよ。
Not too long after, I see my D-pad notify me of external devices ready to connect, followed by what seems to be the heliport's name. Who got that Bluetooth on? It's probably set to display when the lock is released. I hurry to connect my D-pad to the control panel. I join the others on the landing pad, tap the screen of my device, and watch as the circular floor beneath us dips downwards. Oh, what are we gonna see here? The ride takes a little under 10 minutes. Wow, it takes a while. Huh, and there's nothing here, I believe. Let's see. Huh, not even the remnants of the... Huh. Not even the remnants of the SPX, which should be here since we kind of closed this place off since last time. Huh. The helipad stops its descent, arriving in the underground hangar where we spent the night a few days prior.
無能さん、地下迷宮では何を調べますの？
普段はリーダーぶるくせに、こういう場面には他人任せとかさすがですね。と、少女は畏敬の目を家族探偵に向けた。
I really love book where I'm just like bashing on Posh.
悪かったですわね。正直、今の私にはここから何をどうすればいいかさっぱりですわ。
She finally breaks and admits, I don't know what to do, man.
リーダー命令ですわ。無能探偵、あなたが私に代わり探偵同盟を指揮しなさい。
あなたも変わりましたね。少女は呆れたように探索する。
She noticed that she's developed. She's changed.
ありがとう、家族さん。操作をいい方向へ導けるよう頑張ります。
I scan the area, deciding where to begin. Our top priority is finding some clues to Armor's current whereabouts, but there's still other questions to look into. For example, how did Armor survive in the first place? Why did he go to the surface and take Psycho's body away? Plus, there's one more thing that bugs me.
黒い SPX を何を元に追跡していたのだろう。
That's a good point. We know the white one was sight, the invisible ones were sound, the red one is blood, which I actually want to note that, like, unless you're able to just, detect our flesh, unless one of us is bleeding, they don't actually move. So that means unless you get injured by another XPX, or trip or fall or something, it normally wouldn't go after you, I think. Each model of SPX has unique sensors, which allows them to chase us relentlessly. Now that I think about it, the black SPX did behave similarly to the red one. A closer examination might reveal something to us.
ざっと観察してみたところ、僕らが休んでいた頃から変わりないように見えますね。
ヘリポートに泥を払ったような跡を見つけたよ。ヘリポートの外にまで散ってるから、地下まで降りてきたのは間違いないと思う。
Okay, so we found mud, so that means he definitely came back down.
でも、そこから先の足跡は残ってなさそうだね。
美食さん、泥の匂いを追うことなどは難しいですか？
Too old?
試してみたのだけれど、残りがは嗅ぎ取れなかったわ。そもそもがあまり目立った量でもないしね。あら？ちょっと待って。なんだかあちらから妙な匂いがするわ。
She points in the direction opposite to the research facility, the path leading to that horrific winding labyrinth.
妙な匂いですか？
ええ、例えるなら、そう、ショートした家電製品みたいな匂いね。全然美味しくなさそうだわ。
So, like it's burnt?
食べ物じゃないですからね。
Oh, was it the SPX? I start to feel uneasy. What could await us up ahead?
この先には武装さんが落下した例のトラップもありますしね。まずはそちらの捜索から始めてみましょうか。
As if retracting our earlier steps, or retracing, whoops, we return to a familiar room. but no one could have predicted the sight that we would encounter.
無能さん、あの子。
The black XPX.
赤い SPX?
Red one. Following the sound, I see the red SPX repeatedly ramming itself against the wall, its exterior like crumbled aluminum. I can't believe it can still move after getting crushed by the helipad. It's heavily damaged and doesn't seem to notice us, so it's likely broken. Translate.
こんな状態になってもお前は止まれないんだな。
Ooh, that means someone bled, though. What I feel isn't anger, but pity. My fate's been deeply intertwined with this machine, yet I'm moved as it soldiers on despite its damages. It's nothing short of admirable. Just like Saika, this mech is only attempting to fulfill the role it was given.
ねえ、科学君。この SPX にとどめを刺してやることはできないかな。
はい。ビリビリ君を使えば、今度こそ完全に機能を停止できるかと思います。
Gotta enter a 2-meter radius.
ありがとう。もう休ませてあげたくてね。
では無能さん、科学さん、文学さんの3名はその赤い SPX の後始末と調査をお願いできるかしら。私たちはその間に武装さんが落下した穴を調査してきますわ。
Man, I don't know if splitting up our forces is a good idea, but we are kind of pressed for time.
了解。任されました。
I forgot who is doing who and what. Okay, so we are going with Techie and Bookworm. The two kids? Okay. We watch the others exit the room, then begin our operation. The red XPX continues slamming itself against the wall. We approach it from the side, slow and careful. Regardless of the damages it sustained, it's still armed with weapons capable of piercing even armor's suit. We need to exercise absolute caution. The SPX suddenly turns to face us. We're gonna die, I think, for a moment, but ignores us, heading to the corner of the room instead. There, I see a charging station we had examined previously.
どうやら充電に向かったみたいですね。電力切れとなれば、自力で充電の場所まで移動できるのは素敵ですけど。
Oh, wow.
誰かが止めない限り、ああして無意味な体当たりと充電を繰り返し続ける姿は哀れなようにも思えます。と、少女は同情するように言った。
Poor, evil, destructive machine thing.
そうだね。科学君。あの子がこっちへ戻ってくるときにビリビリ君を撃てるかな。僕らの手で終わらせてあげよう。
気は進みませんが、仕方ありませんよね。
Oh, it just occurs to me. Renegade only is responsible for one death then. True to his word, Techie ejects Shocky Walkie's spike into the XPX, shorting out its circuitry with an electrical current. We make our way up close, but it gives no sign of aggression. I get mixed feelings seeing its once menacing presence vanish so abruptly.
触れてみても平気なのでしょうかと少女は恐る恐る手を伸ばしつつ問いかけた。
It's probably safer to not touch it.
ええ、平気ですよ。むき出しの基板に直接電流を流し込んだので、これで動けたらさすがに化け物です。
基板と言われてもあまりイメージがつきませんね。もっとわかりやすく身近なものに例えてくださいと少女は要求する。
Speak to me as if I'm a fifth grader because I might actually be.
脳みそを直接バーナーで炙った状態って言えばわかりやすいかな。
そう表現するとすごくエグいことをしたように思えるね。
実際彼にとってはそれほどの仕打ちですよ。科学を愛する身としては心苦しい限りです。
Gingerly, I touch the remains of the red XPX. What had been functioning mere moments ago is now just a pile of steel. It sits there, completely motionless.
サイカちゃん、僕らの運命を分けた敵に今度こそとどめを刺したよ。
They're gonna be like, who's Saika? I've gotten my revenge, in a sense, but even so, the heavy feelings in my chest won't leave me. Ultimately, all of us, Saika, myself, the SPXs, were all tools to be used by the secret police.
カクさん、そんな考え込んだりしてどうしたの？
いえ、先ほどまで赤い SPX が見せていた動きに見覚えがあるように思いまして、過去の記憶と照合しているんです。
Reminded of something. It was kind of like the black XPX trying to ram into the house.
壁への体当たりを繰り返すあの動きが。
I don't follow, but Bookworm's memory isn't something to sneeze at. If she has a hunch, there can't be any mistaking it. I quietly give her some space, doing my best not to interrupt her train of thought. Are they back? At that moment, the other three suddenly returned from inspecting the hole that Armor had fallen into.
おかえりなさい。意外と早かったですね。穴の様子はどうでしたか？
美食さんが命綱を片手に決死の覚悟で穴の中へ飛び込んでいったおかげですわね。
Wow, you jumped in?
いくら危険な気配がしないからってどうなることかとヒヤヒヤしたよ。
Wait, was that Gourmet or... Oh, Gourmet. Okay, she still went in. Damn. What rope? What? I could have sworn Dolfo said I dropped something there and I couldn't hear it hit the ground. It's that deep.
まともに降りていたら時間をたくさん使っちゃうと思ってね。私はみんなの命を人質に取っているんだもの。私が一番危険を冒すのが筋というものよ。
She's like, oops, I slipped, and then she dies, and then we all die.
ただ危険なことなんて全然なかったわ。かなり下まで穴は続いていたけれど、下には温泉が広がっていたの。
There's a hot spring that aided his fall so that he didn't take that much damage.
温泉？
きっと地下水が地熱で温められたものね。相当な深さだったから落下しても命は助かると思うわ。
Hey, my boy's alive.
そうか。
Confirmation.
だから武装さんは無事だったんですね。
That also explains why he couldn't contact our D-pads. Falling into the water would have shorted his out.
でも無能くん、僕らは武装さんが胸を刺される姿も見たよね。あの位置は明らかに急所だったよ。どうして武装さんはそれでも生きていたのかな。
Yeah, how? He got hit right in the chest. Unless we couldn't see it because his armor, like he was actually in a different, I guess, spot but his armor blocked it. So maybe.
それは。
I'm not sure. Yeah, I have no idea. Like Dolfo said, it definitely appeared that the blade pierced Armor's heart. Even if he survived the fall, he would have died from the blood loss. A mortal wound like that should have spelled the end for him.
とにかく今僕たちが優先的に捜査を進めないといけない点は2つだ。まず武装さんの居場所を探るための手がかり。穴から出てきた武装さんが地上へ上がる前にこの部屋を通ったことは間違いない。何か手がかりが残されていないかもう一度みんなで捜査をしてみよう。
Yeah, even if he went into like the hot springs, how did he get out?
それからもう一つはさっき赤い SPX が繰り返していた行動の謎。ただのエラーと判断するにはあの行動はすごくパターン的すぎた。何か僕たちは大切な事実を見逃してしまっているのかもしれない。赤い SPX について小さな手がかりも見逃しちゃダメだ。みんなでもう一度この地下迷宮を調べ直そう。
Okay. Oh, we're doing this. Huh. I honestly didn't expect to get another SRPG section in this area. I wonder though, do we still have the oh god, the things that chase us around? That thing was really annoying, I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, the music is a little different. Now we have like violins. God damn, we're all a little bit too far to do like proper investigation. Alright, so I think the first thing I need to do is get this thing. So I'll have inference and inference. We'll also have her here to do an inspect. And we'll have Watto make our way over to the top for the RT and inspect. I'll do that as the preliminary. This appears to be an XPX component. It may be worth analyzing to solve the mystery behind that black rust bucket. Okay, SPX fragment. I really hope that there aren't invisible ones. Oh, that took so long. This symbol on the floor is clearly deliberate. It would also make sense as a message left for armor. Huh, the girl said with absolute certainty. We got a message from armor? Sign on the floor. It looks like an arrow, but not really. Huh. Alright. Is this Holmes's necklace? What's it doing here? Holmes's necklace. That means her body had to pass by here. Huh? This vision I'm seeing. We climbed out of it? My chest throbs as if I myself have become armor. My head grows dizzy and my vision is blurred. Just walking is enough to make me totter, my legs a-quiver. Rather than watching the past, it feels as if I'm experiencing it vicariously. I can feel the denouement steadily growing stronger within me. At least that hot spring gave me some water to drink, even though it tasted really bad. My very being aches with repentance. Forgive me, I beg you. He knew Holmes' real name. Armor removes something from his pocket and begins speaking to it. It looks exactly like the pendant Saika was wearing. But why would Armor have it? And did he just call her Saika himself? Oh. I think this confirms that he's not the quartering Duke. Because he's by himself. There's no reason for him to lie at this point. Or to not be himself. So, right now he's just really mourning the death of Saika. And he wants to avenge it. And we know that the person responsible for that is ultimately the quartering Duke. So he's not blaming himself for killing her. He's blaming himself for not being able to save her. So that must mean that, yeah, he's not the quartering Duke. I think my prime suspect at the moment is going to be Dolful. Oh. Oh, he knew her 10 years ago. Oh, wait. Now I think about it. If I recall, I remember Armor said I had someone that I couldn't protect. I couldn't protect her. So he was referring to a girl. I forgot if it was older or younger. I don't even know if it was a family member. He was just referring to a girl. But on the other hand, Saika mentioned that she had an older brother, I believe. I wonder if they're related. Or, I mean, I was thinking older brother because her parents clearly gave her up. And her parents, he's clearly too young to be her parents. So older brother would make a lot of sense. Maybe. Because we can see that he clearly cares a lot about her. A little bit more than your average person. So, yeah. I missed that line. What did it say? Saying this, Armor then begins walking towards the heliport hangar. The pendant he had been holding in his hand now dangles from his metal suit. Did Armor have some sort of connection to Saika? And if so, what was the point of his actions just now? Oh, wait a second. So Holmes' necklace, so does he have the same necklace as Holmes? So it shows their connection. And was he wearing it at the time or was it in his pocket? Because if that's the case, I could have sworn he was bleeding when he was stabbed, but maybe this necklace prevented a fatal wound. Because he was wearing it, and if it was in his chest, and if the necklace was long enough, it would be at the part where he was stabbed. What? Oh wait, I gotta see. So this was necklace. A necklace that belonged to the Ideal Detective, but someone else was carrying it. But who? Huh. Okay. I'm gonna have the Dolful go. Actually, I want to have Dolful do a fast movement. Go right here, so later when they inspect, they can do both. And on the other hand, well, I don't know if we got any new evidence. So I don't know if we can actually analyze anything. We can! The SPX fragment. So we'll actually do that. Actually, no, I'm gonna have him move first, just so that we have some progress. But we'll definitely have him analyze the SPX fragment. Alright, let's investigate. Okay, so what about this SPX fragment? I found the red SPX's ID number. It reads SPX 03G001. So it was the first unit built during the third phase of development. Oh, 001, sorry. The white SPX, which uses cameras, was 01C0023, i.e. the first model. Wait, what? This is the 03, first unit built during the third phase of development. So this must mean the 23rd unit of the first phase of development. Okay, the first model. Then came the audio tracking, the invisible SPX. They improved with every iteration. Oh, so that's just saying that the stuff they had just kept getting better and better. I see. Alright, well, I definitely need to inspect, so let's inspect this and get everything in this area. And we'll do a preliminary just so we can open up some more stuff. Renegade Detective left a stain. He used his own blood to box us into a corner. The blood trace is going to be relevant. Huh. Okay. Huh, nothing new popped up. But I guess I'll keep moving techie while analyzing stuff. Now we have the blood trace, which has a difficulty of 3. I'll do a preliminary on that. Okay. I see. The red XPX behaved just like the black one did when he threw himself against the manor door. So if both models track the same way... yeah. Alright. Oh wow, this is kind of a bop. Since we're gonna need several turns for that, I'm gonna fast move both and Bookworm there, as well as Posh there, so we can have some we can solve that in one turn. And we have a lot of red spaces though. I'm gonna slowly get those with Watto, and hopefully we won't take way too long. Alright, let's investigate. New information. Alright, so first comes first. We gotta infer, and assist. And we'll do that as our preliminary. Boost! Alright, so this will be Bookworm getting it. Okay, so what will this be? It's by the entrance with the blood. Whoosh! The red XPX's behavior resembles that of the black XPX, meaning the principles that drive their tracking functions are one and the same. The rest goes without saying, the girl said, her chest swelling up with pride as she glances triumphantly at the incompetent detective. Oh man. Oh, that means that the red XPX was chasing after Armor, probably, because he's the only thing remaining here. That means Armor might be on the other side of the wall that the red XPX was banging his head against. Oh, that was it? Oh, wow. That was really, really short. That was literally 2 turns. Alright, that means... That's great. That means we have time to get, like, a lot of the other stuff. Alright, nice. So I can just kind of fast travel people to where I need them to be. Sweet. Let's get all these spots. And I'm really glad that this one isn't too long, because we still got a RT, even though we didn't really get to get too much information from it. And we're also able to, well, find, well, get some progress on these keywords too. So that's very, very good. Okay, let's investigate. Oh, we got one more. And with this turn, we should be able to finish the, getting all these red spots. Which is still a decent amount. Now I think about it. The reason why we might have like so many different words left, like I mentioned before, I was afraid that we weren't actually going to be able to finish this, because like all the we still have like 17 vocab words left in our lexicon, but maybe we have that many because we're going to have multiple of these sections, the SRPG sections, as we revisit a lot of the things that we haven't seen before. So yeah, let's do a preliminary and get all these 3 words. And like that, we should be done. I'm gonna give a quick glance at it once again, but I believe we are done with this area. Yep, so we can finish off the investigation. Wow, that was really, really easy. I'm genuinely kind of surprised. Alright, 18 hours remain until our collar detonates. Whew, okay. I think I'm gonna stop here for today. We definitely had some progress, especially getting to find out more about Gourmet. But also the thing about armor really raises some intrigue. I'm not really quite sure what to expect. I didn't expect Armor to actually still be alive, but also now he's potentially... I mean, they kind of brought up maybe he's the culprit, but I don't think he is anymore after seeing that RT, which I'm really glad they put there. Now we know that, well, that he's honestly the same person that we knew him as. He's kind of dumb. He is very honorable, but he's just trying to do right by our party. He doesn't seem malicious, at least from the RT, and he was just alone, so there's no reason for him to be. But I think that is, yeah, like I said, that's where I'm going to end it here for today. We'll follow Armor a little bit more next time. But until then, I will be seeing you. See ya!